Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, Norwegian Cruise Line seems to think that they're really on track to start sailing one of the first cruise ships out there with paying passengers. Are they? So Norwegian Cruise Line seems to think that they are on track. We're getting ready to sail, and up until recently, you could have booked a cruise out of Miami on March 1st for a cruise, and now that's changed to April, which does sound more reasonable, right? That's, 3 full months, January, February, March, to get ready to pass that framework from the CDC. However, when you look at Norwegian Cruise Line right now, the only ships they have on the CDC's website for being able to bring passengers on and off and that have applied for coming into the United States is the Gem, the Jewel, and the Pride of America. Pride of America does Hawaii and basically Hawaii only. And then you have the 2 other ships, but they have bookings out there for the Sun is out there. We have the Encore, the Sky, we have the Blizz, we have the Joy. All cruises in April. And I don't know, it's going to take 28 days to get green minimum to even apply for the test cruises, which means we're looking at, if they start sending the ships here now and they start applying now, that means maybe by February 1st, they're ready to do some test cruises. And that means they have to pass all these ships by the end of March. It seems very, very optimistic right now, because if you look at Royal Caribbean has a lot of ships green right now. They can apply for the test cruises now. They're already green. Carnival, I think, now has zero ships right now, I believe, are green on the Carnival Cruise Line. But let's stick with Norwegian. Norwegian, not only are they optimistic that they're going to be able to do some cruises in April, they think they're going to be able to do longer than 7 days. That's right. We have the CDC who has said no cruises longer than 7 days out of North America or into North America from until November of next year. And here we have Norwegian. They have, for instance, a 9-day cruise out of Seattle going to Alaska in April. They have a Panama Canal 16-day cruise from Miami to LA. Are they just being very, very optimistic in this decision? Or do they think that perhaps they feel that after they do some test cruises and after they do some runs with some smaller 3 and 4 and 7-day cruises, that the CDC will lift that restriction on the 7-day maximum? However, it seems to be pretty optimistic to think that the CDC is going to lift that restriction by April, 3 months away. Because as we know, we do not expect the CDC's, the numbers for the pandemic right now to go anywhere down over January, because they're only expected to rise over Christmas and New Year's, and then they get reported early couple weeks of January. So the month of January, the numbers are going to rise. No matter how many vaccines we put out there, the numbers are going to rise. And in fact, they're all talking about all the countries now. There's 14 countries that have announced that new strain of the pandemic virus is from the UK, that's 70% more transmissible. It spreads 70% more faster, doesn't appear to do any more harm or any more damage to anybody, doesn't expect to interfere with the vaccines in any way. However, it can spread faster, and it's in a lot of countries now, including here in Canada. And I'm guessing if it's in Canada, chances are it's in the United States as well. You just look at the numbers, 38 million Canadians, 330, 50 million Americans. So yeah, chances are it's going to be here as well. And if it starts spreading even faster, again, we're going to have the numbers are just going to stay where they are. And I don't believe we're going to see any restrictions until we see numbers really start to drop. And I'm talking like back down to under 100,000 cases or more, minimum a day in the United States. And right now, the numbers, they look like they're plateauing. They really do. Don't look at them right now. They look, hey, look, we've gone from 300,000 cases down to 180-some thousand cases. We're doing really well. It's only because a lot of states right now are not reporting their numbers over the holidays. They're going to resume in January 1st. So like here, look at Ottawa. Here's right here. Just a warning, this page will not be updated until January 1st. And that's the same thing that's going on in many, many states in the United States. So a lot of numbers are not being reported, which means you can expect a huge number coming early January from everywhere if they're not reporting the numbers now, because it's all going to come in 1 day or 2 days. It's just going to be atrocious. So what do you think? Do you think Norwegian is being really, really optimistic here? Or do you think you're going to see, well, we're into January now, and now you're going to see those April cruises canceled? Or maybe in February they'll cancel them at that point? Or do you think that maybe the 3 and 4 day, they have 3 and 4 day cruises out of Miami on the Sky? That sounds reasonable. That sounds doable. If only the Sky was here in North America going through the process, it's not right now. In fact, the Blizz and the Encore, 2 of the ships that I mentioned here, Mexican Riviera and New York cruises in April, they're still in the UK, not making their way here, and haven't been turned green for the CDC to even do test cruises yet. So I don't know how it's possible, but who knows? They may feel that it's doable. Maybe they feel the CDC, after they do 2 or 3 ships, are going to say, okay, your protocols work. Go ahead, we certify all your ships. But so far, the CDC isn't working that way. They're doing a ship-by-ship individual basis, not fleet-wide. Because if that was the case, then every single Royal Caribbean ship around the world would be green, and they're not. They have to be here in North America, they have to have done their protocols, and they have to have had crew members on board and isolated for a certain amount of time, and they have to have applied for 28 days ahead of time. And right now, Norwegian, you have 3. And none of them are the ships that I see on these cruises for 16 days and 9 days in Alaska. So, well, what do you guys think? Do you think April's pretty optimistic? I thought March was really optimistic. April, even that seems a little optimistic, especially for longer than 7-day cruises. I don't see how that's going to happen. Let me know in the comments down below. In the meantime, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.